This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Gutter Guys.
The leaves are falling and chances are they will end up in your gutters. Here for some tips on keeping your gutters clean this season is Gutter Guys owner, James Dennis. James, welcome. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you doing today?
Man, okay, so most important question, how often should I clean my gutters?
Well, as a general rule of thumb, because we live in Maryland and we have a lot of trees that drop debris both in the spring and in the fall, twice a year is a good number for most homeowners. Obviously, timing is a little bit more important than frequency, because if you clean your gutters and then all the leaves fall, that didn't really benefit you at all.
That's true. That's true.
But there's also some more reasons to get them cleaned more than twice a year. If you had like pine trees, just because they drop debris all year long, or if we had like some summer storms that are ripping healthy leaves off the trees, or even having different kind of trees in your yard would be a reason to have more frequent cleanings. For example, if you had a tree in your yard that dropped all of its debris in October, and then another one that waited until December, you might not want to wait that long before going with a cleaning, especially during that time of the year where it's hurricane season.
You've described my backyard.
Yes.
And so how can you tell when your gutters are clogged?
Well, for homeowners that clean their own gutters, they just go up there and check. For us, we used to use an extension pole that had a camera on it so that we can tell if your gutters are clogged. I've even heard people nowadays that use drones to check if their gutters are clogged.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so but for the average homeowner that doesn't have any of that stuff, what I usually tell them to do is just wait till it rains. Go out there with an umbrella and a flashlight and check your gutters. Make sure the water's coming out of the downspout. If it's not coming out of the downspout, you probably need a cleaning. It's easy also to check the upper gutters. You just want to take a look at it, and there could be a chance that water's overspilling the gutter. And if water's overspilling the gutter by a downspout, it's clogged.
Okay.
If you see water spilling anywhere by a downspout or away from a downspout, you might have another issue that a cleaning might not resolve that issue.
Now, can you give us some safety tips? Because I know I'm sure it can be pretty dangerous if you make the wrong moves, right?
The biggest safety tip I can give you is to never feel comfortable on the roof. It's just way too dangerous of a job, and that's typically how people get injured. Most people don't know about the story of Ken Hendricks, which was a billionaire roofer.
Wow.
He was on the top Forbes richest men list, and he just felt comfortable on his own roof, and it ended up being his demise.
Wow.
It's really important that we usually use a buddy system, just because if someone falls off the roof, they're not the person that's going to be able to get to a phone and call for help. You're going to need somebody else there. It's also important using the right type of ladder, because if you have power lines around your house, if you use an aluminum ladder, that could cause an electrocution. So there's a lot of safety tips involved with this stuff. And if you don't feel comfortable, you just shouldn't be up there. If you're going up there and you get halfway up that ladder and you start shaking.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't do it.
It's time to start coming down.
So where can our viewers go for more information?
You can go to thegutterguys.com. We also have a local number of 410-687-7886.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, okay?
Thank you so much.
Definitely.